At Henna Sooq, we offer 5 different henna powders. Yes, 5 different ones, and we import them directly from the country of origin. And did you know that each of those henna powders are very different? And if you're curious about the different henna powders that we carry at Henna Sooq, you definitely got to watch those other YouTube videos that we have specifically on those henna powders, so you can kind of see like what the differences are. But let's talk JAMILA henna powder. Every season in the summertime, usually about July, you get a new crop of JAMILA henna powder. And so a fresh batch just came in, and it is as luxurious as ever. And we're going to talk about why you would choose this one over the other henna powders, what are the benefits, how does it color your hair, or how does it affect your henna body art, what will the stain look like, and what makes it an ideal choice for you. So JAMILA henna powder, some of you may recognize it from back in the day when it used to be in a box. And actually it still sometimes is carried in a box. So you have the summer crop that particular year, which is usually the summer crop, right? And it changes every year. Of course, you get an updated new batch, every year. And it used to come in a cute box with the lady on it, with gorgeous hair. And then you would also could find the hair quality JAMILA henna powder in a smaller, kind of like less fancy box, but still similar kind of design and like photo of the woman and whatnot. But there would be no stamp on it that says summer crop on the bottom of it at all. So if you're curious about that, like the JAMILA for body art and the JAMILA for hair, there's a video on that as well. It's like an old school one, but there's a huge difference. Let me give you a little gist of it as well. That the hair quality JAMILA, it's still natural henna powder from JAMILA. It comes from the same farm in Pakistan. So the only thing is that that one is like the less finely sifted one. It's like harder to wash out. The color, is not gonna be as good because it's basically like the leftovers of the triple sifted JAMILA henna powder that is the body art quality one. So it's not as good, and it's definitely not good for body art. So that one actually never sold well for us. I thought people would want to have both, but they really didn't really like the hair quality one. They love the body art quality one for hair, because any type of body art quality henna powder that is classified in that way that henna artists can use it as well, and it's triple sifted therefore, makes it creamy and smooth and easy to wash out of your hair. Oh, this one is great for locks. And especially if you have fine, delicate hair strands, this is for you. Yes, like that JAMILA henna powder, that is body art quality. And it's now currently the only one we carry. But the difference is it is no longer in that cute JAMILA box. But it is the same JAMILA henna powder. What we did is we went and asked the farm in Pakistan that makes this gorgeous JAMILA henna powder if they would be cool with us using our pouches, because I do still prefer pouches over boxes. Why I like the pouches? Because they're like lined with like an aluminum type of and I feel like it's a protectant, against the sunlight, and it just really protects and keeps the powder fresh. I love that you can like zip close this afterwards, use it for next time, and it keeps it really fresh right in your pouch. I know some of you may have been confused and thought we were carrying something completely different, but I hope this clarifies it's the same great JAMILA henna powder but in a pouch, and they package it for us in Pakistan on the farm. The same one, it's not different, it is exactly the same. And how this henna is processed is like in Pakistan on the farm, they will take the henna plants, they'll cut them down, they're gonna dry out the leaves, they're going to clean all those leaves as well, because sometimes it's kind of sandy. We don't want none of that. They run it through, a sifting system that they have. Sometimes it's a machine to get rid of all the sticks and twigs and like other debris that get caught up in there. And then they have the leaves and they pulverize them to make a nice fine powder. And then they run it through the machine as well several times to get it very finely sifted. And then they sift it by hand to get it even more fine. Like just every little bit of powder is like luxurious. It's actually pretty quick. They're doing their whole process. Once that's done and they package it for us, it hits our shelves in a matter of like weeks. So we are getting it fresh. When it's ready, it's packaged, we're getting it and we're giving it to you guys. And we recommend when you're using such a good quality henna powder to use it within the first year. If you're going to extend you know, the life of that henna powder. Maybe you had extra leftover, you could put it in the freezer, and then that will keep it really good for up to 3 years. It kind of has like a reddish with an orange undertone, but if your hair is like really dark, you're not gonna see that lightness at all. You know, you're gonna probably get more of that nice reddish kind of tone that the JAMILA henna powder can give you. We're also gonna compare it to our Rajasthani Indian henna powder. And this one is the Moroccan henna powder. Another one that is pretty unique compared to the other henna powders that we have. So we got our JAMILA henna powder, we got our Rajasthani Indian henna powder, and then we have our Moroccan henna powder. We're gonna be comparing how different it is. Do you notice a difference already? Can you tell? The primary focus of today's video is our JAMILA henna powder, the most finely sifted henna powder that we have available at Hennasooq. And this henna powder is going to be ideal for those of you who have locks, fine delicate hair strand, or if you're a beginner, I really want you to use this one first. It's just so creamy and smooth, easy to wash out. It's amazing for henna artists. So my henna artists out there that are using henna and jaguar, you need to have this in your life too. It's gonna give you a rich red tone with a slight orange undertone, you know, on the hair, and that'll look lovely. And it does cover grays, and it can be used with indigo if you want it to be more brown and even up to black tones. And you can also use this for henna body art to get stains that are not as red as some of the other stains from the other henna powders, but it's gonna be slightly more brownish red. So I'm gonna add a bit of water and just show you, you know, kind of how each one of them mix a little bit differently. You know, I'm using warm to hot distilled water. Ooh, we got our Rajasthani, which is an organically certified henna powder. If I was going to give it on the range of like burgundy to kind of purplish aubergine kind of reddish tones, I would definitely say that the JAMILA is not like the Rajasthani. The Rajasthani is gonna be your most burgundy kind of toning hair dye, you know, when it comes to using a natural hair dye and you want that burgundy tones, maybe even a purplish hue, then the Rajasthani is your best bet. Now I'm gonna add some water to the Moroccan henna powder. There we go. Give it a little mix. This one is definitely different. What is unique about Moroccan henna powder is it also kind of smells a little different. See how that liquid absorbs in there? Look at that, luxurious. What I like about Moroccan henna powder is that it's quick to release. It's ready in like 1 or 2 hours, and it's great for that coppery tone. If you're looking for a red coppery tone, especially on skin too, it will stain that tone. It is great, and it doesn't go dark like the Rajasthani and Indian henna powders tend to do. And last but not least, our JAMILA henna powder. It's looking a little bit more brown compared to the others. And that's, again, natural occurrence. It's just a little bit different. And actually, as it sometimes gets exposure to the air, these henna powders will change slightly in color. See how much more liquid that needs? That's why I cannot give you guys the exact measurements of water that you'll need. You'll need to eye it, because every henna powder that we have absorbs liquid differently. You probably noticed that too. I want you to tell me all about the things that you notice that are different. But look at this as I'm mixing it. You see the difference in the paste? You can see already that it's going to be a creamier because it's already pretty fluid. You see how it's mixing, and compared to the others, how this one's just more creamy. It already has a creamy, chocolatey like texture. It's in its own lane, you know? So that's exactly what the JAMILA henna powder will be. It'll be a little bit more reddish on the hair with a little bit of an orange undertone. And if you're going to be using it for henna or jaguar body art in general, you're gonna notice that it's a little bit more brownish red. You see the difference in the texture? Look at the difference. It's so different. And I'll do one more round just to show you guys really how all these are so different. Moroccan henna powder. See, when I'm mixing it, has a little bit of a pull when I'm going round and round, like that kind of like elasticity a little bit. And then you got your Rajasthani. which right now it's a little bit thick. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to give it a little bit more runniness. It's just fluffy. Look how fluffy. It's just, look at it. It's just like its own poofy henna. It's the poofy henna. The poofiest of all of them. That's probably exactly what it is. It's very poofy. It's just like when you feel it, you can feel the difference. Poofiness at your fingertips, you know? And then you have this creamy, smooth, chocolatey, like it's just different. Even when I slap back at it, it's just different and unique. So these are some of the differences between the henna powders. You can see them really clearly. They're all amazing. They're all body art quality. They are so fun to play with. You can have fun with your hair and body art, and you can just play with whatever one you want. You don't have to be locked into a particular henna powder if you don't want to even. But again, this JAMILA henna powder is great for beginners, locks, those with fine, delicate hair strands, because you want to make sure something washes out really easy. And it's just so easy to use. And now the JAMILA henna, the new crop, is coming out. And we're going to be taking pre-orders of this luxurious henna powder that you need to get your hands on. Everyone should be using the JAMILA henna powder at least once. You gotta try it out. So we are taking pre-orders right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description to get your order in now. New fresh batch. I mean, get excited about it because it's been out of stock for like a couple of months now. So definitely scoop it up while you can. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll get all the great videos that I have coming out for you. And I will see you next time.